Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I'd come and say hello. Spirit didn't ask me to come and speak to you today, so I just do that for my own inspiration. I thought it would be was to come and since it is the spring, I was gonna do I'm gonna do a reading for the with the tarot of Casanova. It's a Venetian tarot. It's a tarot that is erotical romantic. So I mean it's a bit erotic if there's children watching, but in a sense the media has been, I'm not talking about pornography, it's mostly animalistic, but in the media they've been portraying very violent thoughts and images, and even video games to young children, making them believe that erotism is something very taboo that should be left aside, but when violence is something completely acceptable, and it's very dangerous. I would recommend you keep your children away from violent thoughts and images and those video games if you have children. Those are extremely negative to make them believe that it's acceptable to kill, and it's like children are very influenceable. So this is more erotic, but there is no very erotic cards here. But so the situation is the Knight of Pentacles. The situation is moving slowly but surely. Everything is proceeding according to plan. So just be in gratitude and ready to accept, to focus on what is wanted. Always never let yourself be distracted by a negative thought or emotion more than 15 seconds. Or shift immediately to something positive. Check inside, check your inner self. Your inner self will remind you that life is beautiful, life is about love. And what comes around the situation is the Chariot, is the public recognition of a success. It is the vehicle, it is the ability to open the stargate and move into this realm of higher light. What we see before us is the Knight of Swords. We are able to get free from the old limitation, to cut the old limited thinking patterns, in order to emerge into something greater. So it's very much a card of intuition, to follow your intuition. In the past is dominion. Dominion, we've been able to dominate the situation, to become centered. We learned that, and now we are moving into the it's called the knight, the knave of wands, and here it is about being free from fear. The old fear no longer makes us afraid, so we can be free from that. We can dance in the flame. There is no more. What comes in the near future is strive. Strive is like we want to be in the receptivity of the now. We do not want to fear frustration in relationship that which not been attained. Otherwise, we'll be frustrated. So we want to learn to live in the now. Once we do that, we find satiety. We become satiated. We become happy. There is true joy and happiness in being in the now, without having to have our dream and desire fulfilled. Knowing that if we receive that on the energy level, they will manifest for sure. There should be no doubt in relation to them that you deserve what you've been asking for. And so allow yourself to let go of all the frustration, anything that can be frustrating, or in order to accept the blessing that is on its way to you. Our strength in the situation is the Hangman. So the strength is the Hangman, is the ability to understand those old things are no longer being given power, so they will be easy to let go. And as we do that, we find the dream coming true. It is about happiness. We find happiness. Our strengths become happiness. We move into this state of happiness with gratitude. What comes to us from the outside world is success. It's the manifestation. There is money coming. It's money. It's success. So just be grateful for that. Know that it's not because it's not manifested yet. The universe can bring it to you in an unexpected way. Just plant the seeds. Whatever you feel your inner self call you to do, just follow that, and everything will come in due time. We'll be soon liberated from. There is even a plan to liberate the whole planet, a new monetary system that will be ensured, that will be, it's already guaranteed, it will come, so it will liberate the world. Of course, the media won't talk about it until it's like they have no choice but to talk about it, but it's all planned. But in the meantime, take care of yourself and your family and your loved ones. Just be in the gratitude of the receptivity for opening the potential to receive. What's in our inner emotion, our hopes and fears, is the Empress. and the Empress is about a rebirth, renewal. It's about the great. Never get lost in any detail. Just look at the whole picture. Everything is part of the divine plan. Everything is beautiful. Once we elevate ourselves, we see that there is a magnificent unfolding that is going on, and the outcome may be delayed. We may have to wait for a little bit, but we have to stay in peace. And for there is expansion as well. Where we wait, we can expand, but we want to expand into positive things. We want to cultivate our dreams and desires rather than focus on whatever is holding us back. So it can be forgotten. All we have this power to forget. It is very important. When I talk about this, it is this power to forget, the past. And so, and once we do that, we find the Six of Cup. The Six of Cup is about this great reunion with love, the great love that is coming to us, the feeling of joy, the feeling of reunion, the feeling of celebration that will be coming. So just focus on that. Know it is ahead of you. So just prepare yourself in joy rather than being frustrated in relation to the fact that it's not already manifested. I hope this makes sense to you. For it does, all those things I'm talking about usually have some sense. I was talking about inner wealths and outer wealths. For there is, if you have when you have developed your inner spiritual connection, you realize that you are internally wealthy. There is this great riches that the greatest riches are inside of us. But the challenge is then to accept, to manifest these outer riches, that inner riches that manifest externally, so that we can be abundant both materially and internally. For those who so we can continue to serve the world in a better capacity. For those who have outer riches, they need to assist the world to turn into this compassion and to find ways to assist the world more so they can develop these inner riches. For it has to be balanced out. There is no nobility in poverty. The divinity is never associated with poverty. Those were false teachings of the past. Understanding the universe is ready to deliver to us whatever we want, plus much more. There's so much more. The universe has even better plans for us, so we just got to accept that and to trust that. For we're still living there is certain unconscious fear from Atlantis, the fear of destruction, the fear of persecution. All those things were part of the Atlantean, but now we want to reconnect to this Lemurian energy when we are multi-dimensional being beyond physicality. We always want to focus on that which we want, in order to get there. We want to nurture and cultivate this abundance. Once we find God, we find everything. Well, God was saying, I have everything because I did find God, and so I have everything. I found everything, but now so I was complaining that my physical life wasn't manifested. But God is showing me that He will soon manifest in a way that is even better than I could even dream of. So it is about being in this enjoyment of receiving that rather than gratitude in the waiting of that. And so we have the power to forget, to be unconditional in relation to our past, to accept that all those things of our past were part of our process in order to get us to that freedom. We want to transcend the old cycle. This is a way to do that. We want to live into a higher plane, in the light of our soul, outside of time, as much as possible. And even linear space will eventually disappear. We'll move into a multi-dimensional space. I know in my origin point we were eternal beings, but we were not living in a space that was made of atoms and particles. They were permanent space that were so different. For this matter is very different than the matters of the universe, but it's still material. As we elevated to a fifth dimension, we find true peace and reunion between the mental and the emotional. There's a resolution that is happening. Then in the sixth dimension, we become fully aware of our eternity or immortality as a spirit beings. And in the seventh dimension, we find the apex of our consciousness, and we still have forms, but our forms is malleable. And then we open the portals of infinity towards the eighth dimension, when we begin to realize our collective soul connection, and the ninth dimension, where we align all of those plans in the divine will. So all of that is part of the process. There is a great deal of acceleration that has been provided by the universe to accelerate ourselves as we continue this purification process. All the delays and misalignment comes from the mind, from it is all a trickster. So be careful. The mind, do not pay attention to all those things that come into your mind, and this misalignment with our twin soul, our twin soulmate, our true love is only because of insecurity. Because if it's really a true love, the love will be unconditional. So there's nothing to fear in relationship, to coming into union with this true love, this true other aspect. And always ask your divine self to show you your highest potential, to show you the way. Check in with your higher self, with your divine self. Ask until you receive, until you're ready to receive. And it's important to love yourself and to give yourself all that which you want to receive from others, to try to do your best to give it to yourself, the love, the care, the support, everything. You have to learn to become your best friend, your coach, everything, to be, for all is within. And then we as we tune into that higher frequency, we have all our guides that are here to assist us, that are higher beings, that have higher wisdom, and they know that they have unconditional love and wisdom for us to share in order to assist us, and they're protecting us as well. And also, whenever there is a negative emotion that can happen, that is to do our best to smooth it out, to not fuel it with the fire of the soul, to just let it to smooth it out, to let it to move into ease. For love is really what we seek, and as we move into oneness, we are able to love it all, love more, love better, love to become. And the more we ascend, the greater the experience. And so we're all looking forward to that, this great ascension. And so the paintings behind me is this one is a small painting. I'll show you. It's a small painting about the cosmic mother. It is the center of our local universe, the great heart, the great pink star of love. It is a great central sun that is shining, that is connected to all. And here there is all those like galaxies around it. So it's from painting from 2010. And here it's called White Hole number 3. Those are very, very subtle paintings. They're very quiet. You can meditate in front of it. They will bring you in. They're very powerful vortex of energy. They're like interdimensional portals. But it's very, there is a lot of depth to it. It's on plywood. And so I'm gonna finish with a song. It's a French song. It's kind of imposed itself into my mind. It's about those people that have been separated. They want to be reunited, and so once they be reunited, there will be the march of the angels that will the angel will sing within our hearts when we find our soulmate, our true love. For it is the spring, and it is there is great potential for this the great love, great new love, or deepen the relationship. If you're already in a relation that is with your true love, then it will be deepening. Otherwise, there will be potential for great relationship, wonderful relationships. And this one goes like this. Mon cœur se trouve au bout du monde, et moi je vis au jour le jour, comptant les heures et les secondes, me séparant de ton amour. Quand on se reverra, ma vie renaîtra, et je sécherai mes pleurs. Près de toi, mon ange, près de toi, en trouvant l'oubli des jours désunis, résonnera dans nos cœurs la marche des anges. Pour voir la fin de mes souffrances, je prie le ciel de me guider vers le pays de notre enfance, où tu te meuras m'espérer. Quand on se reverra, ma vie renaîtra, et je sécherai mes pleurs. Près de toi, mon ange, près de toi, en trouvant l'oubli des jours désunis, résonnera dans nos cœurs la marche des anges. Dans le chaos de ma tourmente, je ne résiste que par toi. C'est ton visage qui me hante, et le son de ta voix. Vienne le jour de ma victoire, écrasant les années passées, où l'amour a vécu sans gloire. Vienne avec toi le temps d'aimer, Quand on se reverra, ma vie renaîtra et je sécherai mes pleurs. Près de toi, mon ange, près de toi, en trouvant l'oubli des jours désunis, résonnera dans nos cœurs la marche des anges. Beautiful song about love. I'm going to pull 4 cards from the Akash. There was a mantra, it's in French, though it's from a French song, it's called L'ami qui soigne et guérit, la folie qui m'accompagne, et jamais ne m'a trahi champagne. It says, the friend that heals and accompany me and never betrayed me, champagne. So it is a good mantra. Champagne is not about being alcoholic or alcoholized, it's about the celebration. Life should be a celebration each and every day. So the highest wisdom for us today is to face our fear, to know our fear, our illusion that wants to, they're just illusion, whatever makes us afraid. We want to confront it in order to be free from them. And there is really nothing to gain from fear. Fear were only given originally to protect us against danger, but there is no need to create with our fear. We've been taught to create, to project worries, to project. So it's about letting go of all that, and then the highest wisdom comes from the Celtic, from the Celt, to reconnect to that magical realm. What we need to understand is our love life. It's about finding our receptivity to receive love and to share love. Love is a shared experience always. What we need to do is karmic relation. We need to accept the relation that we have as tools for our evolution. And the outcome is trust and faith. As we trust, we have faith, and we move into that, and we'll be able to experience far greater potential. Well, I hope this message was meaningful to you, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Namaste.